Day and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the week.
And there were certainly some big stories and some very tragic stories. We ended this past week with the tragedy that unfolded in Mighty with the fatal motorcycle crash and the death of longtime KUAM employee Frank Garcia. But we also started the week with another tragic story, the death of a police officer. And Crystal, you covered that.
Yes, Brie, it's a very sad week for the Guam Police Department as they mourn the loss of Bert Piolo. Piolo has served GPD for over 15 years, and he was shot on early Monday morning at Giga residence. The suspect, none other than another GPD officer, Mark Torrey Jr. Torrey was charged earlier this week with murder, manslaughter, and aggravated assault for Piolo's death. You know, people I think need to keep in mind that, again, it's innocent till proven guilty. I've been seeing the comments that are being generated. Innocent till proven guilty. He's been charged, but he hasn't answered to the charges yet. His lawyer in the case will be Jay Areola, and he was released on house arrest earlier this week as well on $165,000 property bond, which is land owned by his grandmother. Again, I'll keep following the story as it unfolds, but again, rest in peace to Bert Piolo. He was a beloved police officer.
Okay. And another story this week, we actually did the first story 2 weeks ago regarding what happened at Dusitani, and there was actually some resolution to that. And Jolene, you
yes.
That.
Well, earlier in the week, Guam EPA Administrator Eric Palacios, he wrapped up his investigation into the stormwater runoff. You know, in the video it showed hoses being led out in the direction of the ocean from a parking area in between Dusitani and Outrigger. And, you know, there were many comments about the concerns for environmental protection. And so EPA Administrator came back saying that there was actually no violations found on the part of Dusitani. And then in actuality, what could not be seen in the video was that Dusitani's efforts were actually helping to mitigate the amount of stormwater runoff going into the bay. And so, you know, that just goes to show that we just can't always rely on what's seen in the video, because we also have to look into it, and that's exactly what EPA had done. So,
and Guam EPA, they are encouraging people to continue to submit and
yes,
post
exactly,
videos.
Exactly.
Okay, and Issa, you did a story on the Odyssey.
So this was a really fun story. So basically, the Race for Water Odyssey expedition is a group of scientists who are sailing around the world for 300 days, and they're visiting 13 different countries that are at the center of these trash gyres in the ocean, which is where trash accumulates. And they're studying the composition, the kinds of trash, as well as the effect on the food chain, which is really interesting for all of us because I know you guys eat a lot of fish. So, and we all do here in Guam. So they did a study in the Easter Islands where people have a fish-heavy diet and found that the toxic chemicals created by degrading plastic that was being eaten by the fish was actually found in the blood of humans there. So this just goes to show that our effects with regards to plastic pollution have huge effects not only for the environment, but for the human race as a whole. So props to these researchers. It was really great meeting them. They're going to be in Guam until Sunday.
Okay. Well, if you have any stories or ideas or video you'd like to share with us, please send us a message on Facebook. You can also email us at reporters@kuam.com.
More on Weekend Edition returns.